We are out here in beautiful Westlake Hills. This is where Joe Rogan lives, Lance Armstrong, Matthew McConaughey. And so we are here gonna go knock on random doors and find out what people do for a living. This is something since when I was a little kid, I was like, how did these people get rich? And today we're gonna find out. All right, I always have seen this house for years. We're in Pemberton, Austin, Texas. Let's go.
I love this house, so let's see if they'll tell us.
We're making a YouTube video, and we were just curious what you do for a living.
I can't answer that question, but thank you.
You know what's funny, if I'm honest? When someone comes to my door, I don't open my door when someone knocks. I look through my blinds, I'm like, what you want? What you want? I live in the area. We're doing a series where we ask people what they do for a living, so do you mind if I ask you?
Yes, I don't want to answer your question.
Okay. Imagine some random guy comes to your door. Oh, excuse me, what do you do for a living? Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Okay, first off, love your house. And so we're shooting a YouTube video. There's a guy back on your driveway. We're just kind of curious what you do for a living.
Among other things, I'm the founder of Dreamland,
Okay.
which is an amazing family venue in Dripping Springs, a venue unlike anything else.
What did you do to get the money to be able to make Dreamland?
My first career was in finance.
Okay.
I was a Wall Street guy, ran a hedge fund, and loved it. I thought it was a fun game to play. But about 7 years ago, I decided I wanted to play a different game. When I grew up, I just loved games. When I graduated from college, I said, what am I going to do? How could I make a living playing a game? Running a hedge fund is basically taking other people's money and trying to invest for them. Convincing them that you have some sort of special edge, that you know something about markets that's special and valuable. That's the hard part, actually. A lot of the hard thing is convincing people of that. Then once you've convinced them that, you actually have to prove it. You have to find mistakes in markets. And I believe that markets do make mistakes, that markets are not rational. We are humans, as we all do, we all make mistakes. And I basically was playing a game, and I did that for about 20 years.
This is weird. I'm just going to park in the driveway. Sorry. Our channel's for people in business. And so we're like, what did people do to get these really nice houses?
Are you serious?
I live in Zilker.
You do? So I was born and raised in Zilker.
We can't air her story. She had a little bit of wine in her, so she was telling us that she married this guy, divorced, got some money, then she married another guy. He sold his company to Microsoft. He cheated on her, and then now she has a few houses.
Me and my husband started a mobile home dealership, and that's kind of how we started our company. And then he turned it into where we would own our finance.
Mobile homes.
Mobile homes.
Nice. And then for people that are starting out, like people that are early in their business careers, what would you recommend, or what advice do you have for them?
Be patient. Don't take out a whole bunch of loans, like even though people say do it, because you're already going to have a lot of risks.
Yeah. You know you're rich when your gate has a gate. Hi, how are you?
Good.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I live in the neighborhood, and this is totally random, but we're making a YouTube video about what do people do for a living. So we're curious.
What?
How's it going? So we're making a YouTube video. We loved your house, and so we were kind of curious what you do for a living.
I am director of finance at a software company.
And that makes enough money to get a really nice house like this?
So far.
Do you think for people that want to get rich and get a nice house like this, it's interesting because you have a day job, you don't own the company, it's a day job?
That's right.
Is that kind of an interesting thing to think about? Because I think most people have the story like, I need to go get a job, I need to go start my own company to do well, and it seems like you've taken another path.
Yeah, it can work while you work, you get promoted, you get more money. My wife also works and has a good career, and that helps a lot.
How did you choose finance? How does that?
I was one of those nerdy little kids who always liked to stare at the stock market charts when they were like 5 and their parents thought they were crazy.
Yeah.
I just kind of kept following it from that age and fell into it a bit.
Are there other careers that you would have considered or you recommend if people want to get rich?
There's always investing. Similar skill set to working at a company in finance, except you take an ownership stake in the company using other people's money.
If you are new here, my name is Noah Kagan, and I am the founder of AppSumo.com. I was number 30 at Facebook and number 4 at Mint.com. So if you're an entrepreneur or a side hustler, make sure to subscribe to the channel to help you on your business journey. Oh, his house is phenomenal. And so, sir, what do you do for a living?
Build new houses.
Man, and John Lewis?
Luce, L-U-C-E.
And then for anyone else who's aspiring, if someone's 21 years old, what kind of wisdom or thing would you recommend for them on their life journey?
Oh, I don't know. Nowadays, it's so much more difficult and different than when I got started.
Yeah?
Back when I got started, you went into the bank with a plan and convinced them that you were the guy, and they loaned you the money, and
Yeah.
so it was a little easier back then.
I mean, if someone wants to be a builder to get rich, like how does someone start even today? Like being an apprentice? Like someone goes and works as a contractor?
I guess probably so. I mean, in my case, I was a retired race car driver.
Oh,
I
really?
didn't have any idea what I wanted to do, but I was into architecture. So that's what got me inspired. So, I mean, actually go get you a degree in architecture, but don't be a practicing architect.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you taking the time. I know you have your call.
No problem.
Dude, awesome. That was awesome. I hope they're not having like a party. Hello. That is a huge dog. That's a real fluffy dog. I loved your house. Like I've driven by it a lot.
Thank you.
And so I was curious what y'all do for a living.
I'm a physician.
Okay.
I work in an emergency room in San Antonio, but I happen to live here in Austin.
I do tech recruiting.
How's that job?
It's not easy, but it's lucrative and it's rewarding. Well, I started off with over $100,000 of college debt, so I started with less than zero. And I went into banking and finance and knew that as soon as I paid my debt off that I'd have to GTFO. So
Okay.
I went over to working in tech and kind of found more of a calling there.
How did you know it felt right?
When I was in the job, I got better performance reviews than I ever did when I was in finance. So
Nice.
yeah, and I liked what I was doing. I liked going to work every day. So
More than the banking stuff?
for sure, banking stuff is shit, man. It's terrible work.
Yeah, I could imagine.
Yeah.
Was it similar for you with physician? Is that something that you...
No, my parents told me to do it and I just did it.
You have a son or a daughter?
We have 2 daughters.
2 daughters. What advice do you have for them in their careers?
Study hard, learn to love school.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Whatever you're passionate about in school, you should try to follow that through to your career because that's going to lead you in the right direction. And, you know, study hard, be competitive in school, and education is the key to everything.
I love meeting more people that are not doing like, I'm a YouTuber, or it's like, there's many ways of doing well in this world, and like this house is just phenomenal. Looks sick.
Give me a test from this.
Hello. All right, we're pulling up. We're YouTubers. We wanted to ask if there's any advice the governor has.
Nope.
Okay. I forgot what I was even supposed to ask. I was like, what do you do for a living? Is the governor? What do you do for a living? What does the governor do? I wouldn't recommend just going up to random people's doors and asking them what they did for a living or how to get rich, but I would think that one of the things I did during it, Isaac suggested it, was that, do you already have friends who are wealthy, or do you have friends that have friends that are wealthy, or they're friends of friends? Because if you're curious to learn about this stuff, like, I wanted to learn about real estate, and I was renting from a guy, and I said, hey, you seem like you're doing well in real estate, can I take you out to lunch? And from that, I've worked with him and invested with him, and he's given me advice and guidance on real estate just because I took him out to lunch. So you probably can find a lot of the information or different ideas from people already in your own network. If you liked this video and you want more of it, make sure you subscribe, but check out this video right up here where you can actually see behind the scenes of the day in the life of me. I run a $100 million software company, appsumo.com. Check out this video up here. If you're not subscribed to the channel and you want more videos like this, make sure to do that. I love you, and I'll see you out there. Pew, pew.